Any question, you can put them on the chat. You can raise your hands. Let me see. And ask your question or clarification, whichever.
So I'll be inviting my colleague lawyer to answer the questions. We have a very experienced immigration and refugee lawyer, Mr. Henry Igbinoba, my boss and my mentor. So I'll be inviting him to answer some of the questions that people might have to ask here. So let's know if we have questions.
Yes, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to answer some of your questions to the best of my abilities and also within the ambit of the law.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dorothy, and thank you, David, for your erudite presentation. I listened to every bit of thing you said, and I must confess I was highly impressed. And, that said, I will also be here and available to answer some of the questions.
Thank you so much. So please, do we have any question? You can raise your hand. You can put them on the chat. Thank you, Mercy. Yeah. Any question, any clarification? Maybe I'm not seeing them. Or raise your hands or put them on the chat, please.
I think there are questions on the chat. Someone is asking, Ade, how long does it usually take for a refugee claimant to get a hearing? Can my partner who is currently in Canada stand as a witness? There are lots of questions. Can you read the questions out and then?
Okay, I'm just seeing them right now. Thank you so much. So, Ade, yeah, how long does it usually take for a refugee claimant to get a hearing?
I'll quickly jump on that. There's no specific time when that can be done. But as lawyers, there are times we see signs that the board is likely going to schedule the hearing within a short time because there are disclosures from the IRCC. We call it ICAC. That when we receive this document, then on the record of the file, we believe that means the board has disclosure from the IRCC regarding the claimant's case. But there are times too, as counsel, we can also decide to put up a call to the board or communicate with the board to say this individual has been here for over 1 year or more, depending on the situation that we wish that the case be scheduled. But in most cases, it's the board that will communicate with counsel and our client to say that this case is ready to be scheduled. Actually, there's no specific time at the moment, but there was a time in the past when they said within this time frame we could schedule that hearing, but it is no longer applicable at the moment, subject to whether they will change it in the future.
Thank you so much. I hope that answers your question, Ade. Then the next person is Alimata. The question is, can my partner who is currently in Canada stand as witness, and does it have to be in writing?
Yes, your partner can stand can come for the hearing, can attend, and he'll be called upon application by counsel. Sometimes, though it's not recommended, it can also be without an application. The application can also be made orally before the hearing, but it is advisable to do it at least 10 days before the hearing in writing to the board that I wish to call my partner to come and testify to the wholesomeness of our relationship. In addition to that, the partner can also write, adding his identity document if he's not going to be available to testify, and that will also be disclosed by the counsel to the board or the claimant to say that I have a partner, this is his letter in support of my claim in both ways. But for us, we recommend both. The partner will write, present his or her ID, and then also make an application for he or she to come and testify. I will tell you why. Sometimes some of these members will ask, where is your partner? It is usually a very special occasion for a claimant that has a partner, particularly in LGBTQ cases, to have their partner come, to testify or as a form of support to that particular partner.
Okay. The next question is, please, can we? So the timeline. Okay, contact me, timeline. He's asking of recording of this lecture. Contact us anyway. Then we'll take it from there. Any other question? Oh, super insightful. Okay. Please, can a student in Canada? Okay. Another question is, Barrister Henry, please, can a student in Canada claim asylum or make asylum claims?
Yes, it is possible. It all depends on the circumstances that necessitated that. For instance, someone who is a student here and then he suddenly finds out that his life will be in danger back home or from whatever country or his country of habitual residence. And the whole idea is that if you are here to school and you wish to remain as a permanent resident, there's a route to doing that. We're not going to go into that now. But sometimes you find yourself in a situation where you ordinarily wanted to finish your studies and wish to return to your country, but suddenly there's an information from home that your life is in danger. So for that reason, you can decide to make a claim to say that I cannot return to my country because my life is in danger.
Okay, thank you. Another question is, please, can a student in... Okay, that's the question. So, can member ask all questions based on your story or outside your story?
Well, like I always tell my clients, please stay within the parameters of your claim. What I mean your narrative or your case. But there are instances where a member can ask you questions, I would say outside the box. But it will not be held against you depending on the nature of the question. A typical example is when a member is asking you, what do you like about a particular individual? It is not expected that you would have read out everything in your narrative. But when that question comes to you, you can also equally say few things other than what you said in your narrative about that particular individual, because you were not, caged earlier to have said everything. But there are so many important things you need to say that you cannot just import suddenly. It might just amount to embellishment, but it could be exaggeration, and all those ones are serious credibility issues, as counsel discussed earlier. Because I listened when he was talking about credibility. Credibility is a very serious issue in a refugee claim, and it is very important to be careful to be able to draw a line when member ask you question outside what is in your narrative.
Thank you. So I then said, yes, thank you. My application has been submitted for more than 2 years now and no updates yet. I want to know if it is possible to follow up with this.
Yes, it is possible to follow up through your counsel to find out why your case has not been scheduled. But that does not guarantee that based on your follow-up, the case will automatically be scheduled, because it also largely depends on the board to decide whether to schedule the case at the time or not. Mainly because of their own administrative system. But you can actually follow up if you wish. We have also seen instances when clients themselves call directly to the board to find out the disposition of their matters or cases. But I think it is advisable to do that through your counsel if you do have one. It is more better, so you get a better and a concise information.
Thank you.